Welcome to Win the Sulky. Bob Heyden, joined by Mr. Mike Russo. One day before his birthday, he's trying to celebrate tonight, and he's got a pretty good shot at celebrating at least a couple times. 9 horses on Saturday night at the Meadowlands. Mike, what do you think?
This is the most for me in one night, so I'm really looking forward to getting through it. The horses are well organized for tonight. I don't have any problems with the way it's going to run. Just going to need a little luck, that's all.
You got to have everybody, all the help. The marching order's got to be in, right?
Yeah, it is well coordinated. As long as everyone does what we already discussed, we shouldn't have any problems.
And maybe you have a little better luck than your mare had last night. Man, she's good again. She's good.
As frustrating as it was to see her trapped in like that, I was really happy that she was good. You know, she got beat really bad, but, you know, she had a bad blood report, and we were able to fix her up. But until you see horses do it, even a horse like her that's obviously has the credentials, you know, coming off a layoff, until she does it, you're never always a little uneasy. So I was glad that she was back good last night, so there's better things to come for her.
Okay, let's start. First race, number 10, Backdraft Hanover. This horse was fighting back at the end of the mile last time. Tell us about Backdraft.
Yeah, he was biting quite a bit in the paddock. Backdraft's okay. I just got him with Nicole DiCostanzo. She had grabbed him, and originally when she wanted the horse, I told her I couldn't take him, and she had to move the horse elsewhere. And, you know, her and I worked out bringing the horse back over, and he's a nice little horse for what class he's in. I don't think he's, you know, any kind of superstar, but for a 10 claimer, I think he's a nice horse.
Second race, number 3, Maajaackkobe erupted home last week at 81-1. This you've had him for a few starts. What about his chances?
I like the horse a lot, Bob. I paid top dollar for him, let's put it that way, for what he showed he was worth. But I saw something in him I really liked, and the first start, I was happy, and then the second start obviously got a little hot behind the gate and broke, but that was a great race to watch, and it kind of like reaffirms like my thoughts on the horse. So
it's kind of interesting because the top 3 finishers in that race are all back in the same race tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll switch to race number 7. How about number 4, Knocking Around? Knocking Around, let's see, he paid $81 2 starts back. He's gone 51 flat last 2 starts.
Yeah, I'm surprised at that. You know, he was very good in the 20s. He had a lot of bad racing luck. I was really surprised with the drop down that they would let him go. I felt he would win that night. He raced really good. I think he's got an excellent chance tonight.
Okay, 8th race, number 8, Rockin Wizard. Rockin Wizard, 26-4 home last out, and a couple starts back. He's got a couple of good seconds back-to-back. What about tonight?
Tonight I'm hoping for a turnaround. His last 3 starts have definitely been disappointing. He's scope sick after last race. I'm hoping what we were able to get done to him is going to help him, because he's got a big shot in there. Normally he would go in a race like that as the favorite, but like I said, his last 3 starts were a little subpar. So.
Okay, now you're in the last 5 races tonight, starting in the 10th, number 6, For a Better Time. Was a scratch, and then a 3rd and a 4th. 31 out of 64 on the board. 3rd start for you. What about his chances?
I like him tonight as well. Most of my horses tonight, I think, are in good spots anyway. We bought him out of the sale, and I don't know what to say about him right now. He may or may not be a mile track horse, but he's okay.
11th race, number 2, Invictus Hanover. He won the last time here. Shows a 52-1 at Yonkers, 51-3 here. Does the half mile or the mile make a difference for him?
I think he's going to be a much better mile track horse, Bob, but I've only had the one opportunity to race him here. He's a nice horse. He's got a lot of speed. He's very big. So, you know, I take my chances here with him.
Now, the mystery horse tonight is 12th race, number 5, Tyron My Gigolo. Look at this horse's line. 72 starts, 13 wins, 13 seconds, but only 25,000 lifetime. He had to be racing for peanuts or peanut shells somewhere.
Yeah, shells. He was racing for like $900 most of his life. I like the horse because he's a fresh horse to the area. There's not a lot of them around when you're looking to claim or purchase something. You know, I don't like the retreads. And as I have stated, I love horses that win races, so we'll take a shot with him and see where we get.
Okay, Giant Slayer, 13th race, number 2. Wow, 3 in a row, and he fought off the pocket sitter last time. He was incredibly good. Any thought of jumping him up in class?
Well, as you can see by the race he's in, he doesn't even look like he's close to the best horse in the race, and that's without jumping him up. The claimers, the way they have to mix them here is tough. So, yeah, there was a mild thought because that was a very hard race. 9 out of 10 horses probably would have lost that race last week. But we elected to keep him where he was at, and, you know, that's the gamble you take with the claimers. You know, I want to win races, but, you know, I can't protect everything.
14th race finale, number 2, Amped Up. Out of Claimers, a 9-time winner last year, some back class. Can we wind up the night on a good note?
I would like to see that for sure. I like this horse a lot, and he had some issues his last start, and we had to give him some time. He seems like he's cleared up and he's ready to go. He trained really well coming into this, but, you know, with the layoff, you know, tonight might not be his night for his best effort. But there's no reason that he can't, you know, go along in this race.
9 in tonight, all geldings. I don't know what we make it at, but we'll figure that out later.
That's a private thing.
No trainer has ever won both daily doubles on the same card. That could happen tonight. But we'd like to, unfortunately, end on a somber note because we lost a good friend of harness racing. One of ours, Steve Allowa, passed away early this week.
Yeah, a very good friend of mine. I had mentioned the last time I was here that, you know, I had come up through the ranks under some real good old school horsemen. He was definitely one of them. I spent a lot of my formative years working with him with horses. I met you while I was working for Bob on a backstretch. Well, I was working for Steve on the backstretch.
And some of the owners he had, you had too.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's really sad. A young man, 56 years old. He's got 2 children. So it's definitely a sad thing to see. And
he's a pretty good driver too. You know, a little bit underrated there. He won races here.
Underrated driver, good trainer for sure. Was very insightful with his horses. And I definitely learned a lot from him, and it's a sad day for sure.
And sometimes he carries over. Sometimes you do things and you don't even realize who really taught you, years and years ago.
Bob, you're totally right on that. You know, I think back to days when I was rubbing horses for him all the time, you know, without this happening. I mean, just in my regular daily life.
Well, Mike Russo, you got 9 in at the Meadowlands on Saturday night. Good luck tonight, and maybe we'll see you here or in the winner's circle a couple times.
That would be fun. I don't really go over there too much. I like to stay in the paddock, but yeah, I'll try to take a trip.
Send the Costanzo girls over.
Kristen and Nicole will come over and represent me in a winner's circle if I win any tonight.
Okay, Mike, we're going to come back with Ken Workington right after this.
Take it easy.